Okay, so good morning, folks, and welcome to today's video. In today's video, I'm going just one moment here. In today's video, I'm going to be talking a little bit more. So I'm sure you've all seen the news. Wendy Williams is like bad friend. She's, just kind of. There's like all this stuff going on about like Wendy and Nee, and I don't believe it. It's ridiculous. I mean, if this is all that comes up when you search for it, there is obviously, I mean, people are just trying to find something to talk about. Something more worthy of talking about is coronavirus in the U.S., the latest map and cases count. I don't want to click on that just because, I don't want to be like clicking on other people's news stories. But I guess we could head straight over to CDC. Something I've found that is super helpful, at least for me, in preventing coronavirus is just make sure that you're spending you're doing all that social distancing. Make sure you get enough sleep. Sleep is probably one of the most kind of one of the most under respected things you can possibly do to prevent yourself from getting COVID-19. Another thing is like don't be scared. Don't be scared of coronavirus, but respect the kind of strength of coronavirus. Anyways, we'll just scroll down through here real quick. Looks like here in California we have widespread. Oh my gosh, that is not good news. Um, this is it's really interesting that it's what is it? Montana, Wyoming, South Dakota, and North Dakota. Interesting. Yeah, so anyways, COVID-19 folks, this brings me to my third thing. So here we have a website I love, tradingview.com. I have found a large number of people that use TradingView seem to use it for cryptocurrency related stuff. I mean, if you're into that sort of stuff, that's cool. However, I'm really more focusing on stock markets lately, and I've seen so many different charts that are like, like this, or let me try to find okay, here's a long chart. Like, I mean, this is ridiculous. I mean, no one in their right mind is going to look at this sort of stuff and go, oh, wow, this is really high quality analysis, like college educated analysis here. I mean that looks ridiculous. So what I really like doing is I like going to they've got markets. Actually on the iPad or on my iPad, it looks a whole lot better than it looks on what's this? Oh, this is just Microsoft Edge. I guess I haven't installed my favorite browser Brave yet. Um, but yeah, I mean, there's just a lot of stuff. I think I really like the sort of Apple ecosystem, with the exception that I don't like, you can't do anything like making videos on Apple products. You have to install, I forget what it's called. It's like basically you can't like be recording your desktop audio and like talking at the same time with a Mac, which is ridiculous. But anyways, going back to stocks here, we've got just oh, I guess it's ideas. So I'll just click on ideas. Oh, and now I finally see it. Okay, asset class, and we want to go to stocks. There we are. So, I mean, there's just it's really. Oh, also another really interesting thing I saw is Amazon just the sort of outlook. There's a really good article about Amazon and the future of that company in the Wall Street Journal today. I highly recommend checking it out if you haven't looked at it yet. Anyways, just going down Boeing. Yeah, don't go near Boeing. That company is in trouble, and you don't want to go near that company. Um, and yeah, so and again, this is all just my opinions. I'm not like a registered or it's not registered. What's it called? Certified person? No, it's yeah. I think it's because there's I think it's registered banker or it's something like that. I forget what it is, but I'm not like whatever the sort of kind of official person is who can make recommendations or anything. So this is all just coming from me. I am very interested in actually Chinese companies because the government in China, especially with Chairman Z or Zai or Z Zuck Z, I don't know. I feel like I should eventually just look up how to pronounce his last name. But anyways, that guy has a vested interest in making sure that Chinese companies do not fail, because otherwise, his sort of position as king of China or whatever it is potentially at risk. I'm just going to open this up, make sure it's still recording, and looks like it is. So I'm going to close that back down here again. And so I really like Robinhood, the stock trading app. Because you can search for Chinese stocks on there. I'm just going to look for Chang Yu, which is actually a company, as full disclosure, something that I do own. I think it's like I don't know, like 10 or 14 like calls for I think for like either 10.50 or $11 or something like that. But anyways, point being, this is an excellent example of why video game stocks. That this is Oh, I guess I shouldn't open other people's articles. Yeah, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to, limit myself to just sort of general standard, web pages and stuff. I don't really want to, especially with like, especially with like the sort of, these are sort of evaluation shows. This is Wendy's show, so I can do reactions to other shows, but I don't want to like do like a reaction video to a reaction video channel because I think that's just going way too far. Anyways, I actually was looking at Tencent earlier, and I ended up going more for Chengyu, um, mostly just because I feel like it has more opportunities to grow. I'm just going to get myself some more coffee here. It's really cool. My sister has a friend who makes cups, and this is a really nifty looking cup. Looks kind of like something like a hippie would really like having. But it's real good for, morning coffee, morning. I don't know if it would be good for morning tea anymore, just because I drink so much coffee out of it. But but yeah. Anyways, another another company that I have found to be really interesting. I don't want to put up the company I work at just because I feel like that would bring in conflict of interests and stuff like that. So, anyways, there was another company that I've been really interested in. Oh, yes, Riot Blockchain. And before you go, like, hey, I thought at the start of this video you were like talking about how cryptocurrency is kind of stupid and stuff. Cryptocurrency is not the future. Um, but well, it's not in the near future. We have to get over this coronavirus sort of economic sort of time, and then beyond that, there's time for blockchain. However, Riot Blockchain is not a cryptocurrency. It's a company that owns a warehouse full of cryptocurrency miners. Something really interesting in the news recently, someone had filed a lawsuit against Riot Blockchain. They won like, I don't know, 750,000, or it was something around that. And so Riot has to pay them. However, Riot is an example of one of those companies. I have made a lot of money trading Riot Blockchain. And this is not an endorsement of Riot Blockchain. I've also lost quite a bit of money trading Riot Blockchain as well. But this is a prime example of the kind of company that you want to be looking at. And it's also like it's a real legit company, because it's like trading on Nasdaq. And so I it's kind of like the kind of company you want to be looking at, especially around this time. Gold companies, I also recommend against holding just straight gold, because what's the point of holding gold either you know at your residence, or holding gold, I don't know, what is it, like gold, you know it's like the commodity version. What I instead like is going for the stock that's underlying common things like this. What you got to be careful. So, like for instance, gold right here, and again, like okay, that's the gold I'm not talking about. Not these two. You want to go for something like Barrick Gold. Big warning: there are a lot of scams out here when it comes to mining companies. For instance,